I want to show you guys one of the best ways to make a password. Many of you probably searched this before, come across some other videos or websites saying something like this. Basically pick a slogan, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Take the first letter, all the words, like I did here. Is your phrase, add a number and a special character to the end of it. Then for each website, take that, then add the website's name like Facebook, PayPal, Reddit, Gmail, what have you. And on the surface, this looks like a really good password, but it's not. Because if one of these passwords gets breached, the hackers know, well, that is the phrase they always use, then they do the website name. So they could take it, maybe Bank of America or PayPal or any of your banks they could try, or Gmail. It's going to be very popular because once they have access to your Gmail, they can get access to everything else by resetting the passwords because it all funnels back to your email. So this advice right here is horrible, horrible, horrible advice. Do not use this. This is very, very weak way to do it. So let me show you the best way to make a password. There are options like going on the website, saying, type it into Google, like a password generator. And that is also a bad idea because you just don't know what these websites are doing. And I'm pretty sure Norton and definitely LastPass, they're very, very trustworthy. But you can't really trust these websites because you don't know what they're doing. They could be copying your password for themselves. So the best thing to do is go back to Google, and we want to use software as local on your machine. So the best way to go about doing that is a program called KeePass XC. So it's KeePass XC. It's very important you spell it with the KeePass XC. There is a KeePass without the XC, that's fine to use, but this one for demonstration purposes is the one we're going to be using. Go to the one that says KeePassXC.org. It's very important that you go to that particular one. Then you'll be given a splash screen. If you don't see a splash screen, go to the download at the top. And it should be able to pick up the operating system you have, whether it's Windows, Mac, or Linux. If you have Windows, choose the exe installer 64 bits. If you're not sure, you can always go with the 32-bit, but most computers nowadays, if you bought it within the last 5 years, it's going to be 64-bit. There's also a portable version. That's also good to download. It's going to be a little bit different, but if you want to run it on a flash drive, you can. But since this is a Mac OS, I'm going to download it. Just click on it, and it will download. And wait for it to download. And we're going to open it. And of course, install if you have Windows. The Windows installer will tell you what to do. Pretty simple, very self-explanatory. For this one, I'm going to just install it here on my desktop, but if you on a Mac, what you do is just take it and you drag it into your applications folder, and then it's installed. Pretty simple on the Mac. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. And I got the application right there. I'm going to open it up. Press open. Alright, now this is very important because this allows us to generate passwords on our machine. There's a little dice, this little black looking little thing right here. You press that, and there you go. It generates a password for you. You also have the option for a passphrase, so you can choose different word lengths. You can see, it can tell you if the password is poor, weak, or excellent. And your password generator here, it's set right now. You can choose the length of it. This one's 16, so we can go up to 18. You can use special characters or not. You can see the output there. You can also toggle off all the other options if you want, but how it comes standard at 16 length with the special characters off is good. Even going up to 20 is even better. See, excellent. And you get entropy The higher this number is, the better. But you can always go off what it says right there. Excellent. Now here is the best part of this, is that we don't have to remember these passwords. Because you're probably thinking, well, it generated the password for you. You can use that password at 16. You can copy it down. You can go to the passphrase and if you want there, or back to the password. That's fine. You can use this password if you want to. That's just wonderful. You can keep pressing generate. You can copy it. And you can also close this little area. So I'm going to close it. But here is the beautiful part. What we're going to do is we can save these to make our life a lot easier. So what we're going to do is press this create new database button. And it's going to ask you, where do you want to save it? First, the name is. Basically, I would recommend maybe putting the month. So it's September and it's 2018. So you know. And it's going to ask, well, where do you want to save it? For this demonstration, I'm going to put it on desktop. You can put it in your documents, wherever. You just make sure it's somewhere easy to get to. And you hit save. Then it's going to ask you to enter a master password. You want to make this password pretty decently strong. You can use the generator to make it for you. You can press the passphrase and you can use 4, 5, 6. You can pick out this. Press again to get out of it. Just use a password you can remember. So I'm going to just do a simple one for demonstration. And you press OK. Ignore key file, ignore challenge response. Just password's good enough. And there you go. At the top right here, and where you basically where you saved it, it's going to be the vault. This vault is encrypted with your master password. So I highly recommend you go and get a piece of paper and pen, physically write down what that master password is, and store it in a safe or wherever you keep your secure documents. If that's a safety deposit box, fine, put it there. But make sure you write it down, because I guarantee you're human and you're going to forget. So no big deal, just make sure you write it down, because if you forget this password, no one can help you. There is no recovery, there is no undo button. So it's very important you make sure you write down that master password. Make sure you underline the capitals, and if it's a special character, make sure it's clear for you to read. Then here is the even better part. We go up to the little key here with the green arrow down. It's the new key area. And let's do an example for Facebook. And whatever your username is, just do an example. And here's a great part, because you don't have to remember, because this is kind of the issues coming up with passwords, and a lot of people are giving you bad advice. The best advice you can do is use a password that's generated from a password manager. So there's a little dice icon right here underneath the I. The I is just for the show or not show, but the dice button, you press that, and this is your little password generator. It looks very familiar. There's the I below it, so we can hide or show the password it generated. It generated 16 characters, and it's uppercase, lowercase numbers, and it didn't do special characters, but you can do special characters. As you can see, it makes it stronger. You can also do a passphrase, but something for Facebook would be fine. I even recommend bumping it up to 20. The more characters, the stronger the password. And here's what we can do. We can press generate till we see something we like. Let's see. Well, there it goes. Excellent. That's excellent strength. And we press the apply button. And there you go. It fills it in. We can show or hide it. Then the URL, we can just do the simple URL. And this is in the notes section. This is where you put like security questions like pet's name, Fluffy. Then when you're done with that, you press OK, and there you go. It's saved it into the file right there. So when we close or quit the application, and we want to go back and see where is that password, we won't have to remember. The only password we got to remember now is the master password. So we double click on the vault, enter our master password, and it automatically decrypts it. And we can double click to open it and see it, view, hide. You can also select it. You can also search for it in the little search box. Since we only have one, it's going to show one. But you can select it once, and there's also options to copy the username to the clipboard, copy the password to the clipboard, go to the URL, copy it to the clipboard, and auto type, which is pretty cool. So let me open this text edit back up. I'm going to clear this bad example out, and let's just say I'll select it, and let's do copy username. It copies username. You can go up here to copy password, and you can just right click and paste. There's your password. And my favorite part is the auto type. So you select it, press the auto type button, and it automatically fills in your password and username. So let's look at this in a real world example. Let's say we go to Facebook. We got Facebook. Make sure the cursor is blinking on the username. Bring back up the key pass, and we select the one we want, Facebook. Press the auto type button. It fills it in, password, and there you go. Since it's not a real account, it's not actually going to log me in, but pretty snazzy, isn't it? Or if you go to a login page, it is like right now, you can open up the KeePass vault, and you can select the item you want. There is the copy password to clipboard, so you press that, right click there, paste, there's your password. So now you don't have to remember the passwords. Passwords that are being generated are very strong. To create a new password, you go to the key with the green arrow down. I'll just say PayPal, username is Bob, and to generate a random password, you can enter whatever password you want. Just make sure you repeat it so it's the right one. Or you can get rid of that and use the password generator, the little dice right there. We really don't even need to know what the password is. The only thing we care about if it's an excellent password. It looks good to me. Press apply, and put the URL in there. Press OK. Now you got 2 items in the vault. It keeps it a lot easier, keep everything organized. So if I want to search for it, just type in PAY by up in the top search box. There it is, or Facebook. Narrows it down. And you can always select it, press the auto type button, and it fills in. Just gotta make sure the text field, for example, is selected like it is, blinking cursor and the username or email or phone number in Facebook. We go to KeePass. We want to do Facebook, so we select Facebook and press auto type. It fills it in. Of course, it's not a real account, so they're not gonna let me in. But fill it out with your correct information. This password database is encrypted with your password, by your master password. So if you forget it, there's no one can help you. So make sure you write it down. And this is everything is contained in this one single file right here. So make sure you keep it secure, keep it backed up. You can use a USB flash drive or anything you want. Make frequent backups. Also, you could keep it on Dropbox, have it automatically back up. It's nice and secure, encrypted, so you don't have to worry about it. It's the same encryption the government uses. AES 256, very, very secure, very good track record. Way more secure than what you're doing, especially if you're doing that thing I showed you at the beginning of the video. That's horrible advice. Do not follow that. Use the KeePass program to make your password for you for each account. And of course, you can always go into each account, and if you need to change the password, you can click on the button. A new one's generated. I'll press apply and press OK to confirm it. There you go. And you can always go into history, and there's the old password. Double click it and it shows you the old password. And you can always restore, delete, or show. Go back to the entry. Very simple, very easy. Best way to store it. There's also another version of this you can do if you like to use it with your mobile. Go to Google and type in Bitwarden, bitwarden.com. Go there. It's kind of the same principle, but it works in your browser, it works on your mobile phone, syncs across all devices, so you don't have to worry about backing it up. And just press create account. Fill out your email, your name, master password. Now this is going to be very important for a master password because since everything's stored online, you want to make sure it's very secure. You want to be at least around 20 or more characters long. The more characters you have in your master password, the better. Same thing with creating the KeePass vault. To make sure the password, you write it down, keep it somewhere safe and secure. Especially with this thing, you will also want to write down your email address, and for extra precaution, write down the password you use for that email address you sign up for this account with. And there's they can go to the App Store on your iPhone or Android device, search for Bitwarden. They also have plugins for your web browser. They have apps for your all major operating systems, and that's the best way to go about it. That's how you create a good, strong, secure password. Thank you for watching.